Hey y'all, I ran into some crazy stuff today, and I'm gonna just tell you about what happened. So I picked this dude up today, but the thing was saying that I was picking up this dude named Hey Satan, and I thought that the GPS was acting crazy. So I was like, well, maybe it's just a typo in there. So it was just like HA dash Satan. So I was like, okay, no thing. So in the process of that, I had almost to him. It called out his name again, and it said Hey Say and picking up Hey Say. So when I got there, I say, excuse me, sir, how to pronounce your name? And he said the same thing. So I said, okay, something wrong with this. You know what I'm saying to myself. So this is the weirdest part of it. So I picked him on up and everything, and when I picked him up, and I was looking at him crazy. And the dude said, "You thinking about canceling my ride, ain't you?" Which I actually was, but I ain't say it out loud. And I said, "No, no, I'm okay, I'm okay." And he was like, He said most people cancel my ride when they realize that I'm riding with them. Okay, I ain't saying that. So we riding down the road, like a few minutes into the ride. He said, "You nervous, ain't you?" Out, and I was, but I just didn't, show it to him. And I said, "No, I'm okay." He said, "Nah, you nervous. It's all right. Ain't gonna bother." So I ain't saying nothing. We just ride. So we get where he going, which it was somebody's house. He went to the people's house, did what he had to do, and then when we came out, he asked me would I stop him by the stove. So by that time I was listening to What Do the Bible Say. Pastor Rod was talking about some stuff, and then we started talking about some of the stuff in the Bible. He was like, telling me that he himself was Satan. And I'm going to tell you some of the stuff he said that made it weird. He said that he was Satan, and that he was Satan, and that he was telling me what his original name was, which was Lucifer. Then he was telling me about heaven and stuff, right? And then he was saying that, he said, think about it. If I was the most beautifulest angel in heaven, what do you think the rest of them looked like, right? So I looked at him in the mirror. I ain't saying nothing. He's like really freaking me out now. So I was like, oh, okay. He was like, all right, you do the math. So I was like saying to myself, the math ain't math. There's something going on with this dude. And he was like, no, I'm all right. He said, I'm good. He said, I told you who I was. And then I remember hearing something say to me, when somebody say they is who they is, trust me, they are who they are. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, my nerves on 10, so he need to hurry and get out of here. So he said, when he got to the store, he said, look it up real quick. Look it up on your phone. He said, how many times did Jesus mention my name in the Bible? And he said, let me know when I come out. So I was sitting there, I just watched him walk in the store, but I ain't say nothing to him about it, so I looked it up. So actually what it said is that Jesus mentioned him 3 times, but not directly, but I ain't, and then John mentioned him 4 times, but not directly by name. But they was talking about the things that he had going on. Okay, so, I ain't say nothing. And the man came out the store and he said, he said, now you see how many times I was mentioned in the Bible, right? And I'm started saying to myself, why he keep saying him? And he kept saying that he was Satan himself. And I was like, the vibes from dude felt like so not right. And so he was like, people were gonna say all kind of stuff. He was already told that people were gonna come and say, don't believe this and don't believe that. And he was like, look how many people doing it now. He said it's almost like the norm. And then he was like, a lot of the stuff that they said that, he had control of and what he was doing, he said he don't have control of it yet. And I was like, sitting there like, okay, dude scaring me. He's really like scaring me. So, after that, when I got him back to the house and everything, he asked me a question. He said, I'm going to ask you a question and you answer. He said, didn't God say Mary had a virgin pregnancy? I say, yes. He said, how could it be a virgin pregnancy and God waited for her to go to sleep to get her pregnant? He said, that's like rape, isn't it? And he had a little attitude with it. And I was like, oh, okay, now it's time for me to get from around here. Man, that man that had me feeling all kind of weird the whole evening behind his mess. But I don't know what it is, but dude wasn't right. Dude was not right at all. But it said, hey, Satan. And he said that's who he was. He said he was Lucifer. That's weird. And he was guessing things about my feelings that I hadn't even said. And he was guessing them. Crazy, man. Crazy.